Hello everyone, it is Mrs. Red here and welcome to a new year. We're in January 2019 and today we're going to be having a look at what is inside the January Reds art cart. As always, I love to give you a little bit of a teaser as to what's inside. You can see that we have obviously got some paint involved, what kind of paint and what else is in the cart. How about we go and have a look? Okay, so this is what is inside the January 19 Reds art cart. Now, I'm not going to do a demonstration of this because we have the video of the peacock which shows you everything here in action. So I'm just going to quickly go through and explain what each product is. You guys know I love to tend to waffle, so I'm going to try and keep it nice, short and sweet. So let's start with the Bravilla Cretacolor Aqua Brick. These, I got really excited when the art supply told me about this product. One, because I hadn't seen it before, but two, because it isn't just a watercolor paint. It's not just a gouache, it's actually a little bit of both, and it also acts as a crayon as well. You can also melt it down and use it for airbrushing. If you wanted more information on that, please Google it, or there's a little write-up in the info card as well. So let's open it up. This sponge is part of it. So when the sponge arrives, it takes up only half of that little area there. Add water and ta-da, you've got a sponge. That sponge is great for your water brush, just wiping colour onto it, cleaning your brush, ready to go with a different colour. So with these little paints, I've read up about them. They're not watercolour, they're not gouache, they're kind of a bit of both. This paper that I have used is watercolour paper, as is the watercolour paper that you receive with the pack. So 220 GSM, it is only A6 in size, so small size, but that is watercolour paper as well. You can use mixed media paper for this as well, because the Aqua Brick will take quite a few different papers because it's so versatile. Now with these little ones, they're equivalent to a 6mm tube of watercolour. You can melt them down and turn them into an airbrush as well, but obviously you need airbrushing equipment to do that. The best thing I loved about them is that yes, you can water them down to be a watercolour. You can add a little bit of water, make them much thicker consistency so that they tend to be a little bit more gouache-like. They're not 100% gouache-like, but you can get there with it. I have done that with the crown of the peacock. I've just run the brush up through it to create that white. The other thing you can do with it, which I thought was really fun, is to use it as a crayon. So like I said, in the video that supports this video with the peacock, you'll see how I have demonstrated just using the corner of the block. They're quite sticky too. The corner of the block, and be able to draw crayon-like, like that. The other great thing that I did with it was a lot of printmaking, and although you can't see it now, there was a bit of bubble wrap printmaking going on in this area of the peacock, and also up here in the crown I've used the end of the Pigma Micron pen to do a bit of printmaking. So that's, like I said, that's what I love about this little set, is that it's versatile. You can use it for different things. The other thing that I thought worth mentioning was, if you don't have a watercolor set and you would like to take something traveling with you, this will be the next best thing, because it can act as watercolor, it can act as gouache. All you need is a water brush to go with it and you're set. Happy days. Alright, so in regards to the pens that we've used, little bit of a case of the joke's on me, people. Totally on me. When I did the demo, did a little bit of a play with all of this before I ordered it all in, it worked for me. And then when I went to actually record the YouTube video of doing the peacock, these guys did not perform for me. So I'm going to bring in, I'm reading stuff on my screen as I go, but I also want to be able to see the camera work. So this was my example, the classic go-to pair that I always go to when I'm experimenting and trying new products. As you can see down here, this is the Stardust Jelly Roll pen, and this one over here is the metallic one. Now, how nice do they look and how well have they performed? Oh, here we have the Pigma Micron pen in sepia. Again, works so nicely. So when it came to actually doing this artwork, the actual artwork that I recorded, these pens did not want to really perform. The Sakura Pigma Micron pen, which if you know me at all, you know that these is my favourite range of pens. They come in all different weights, in black and then in a size 1, or what is it, 1, yeah, size 1, in colours. So everyone's receiving one of these in a colour, either sepia or a colour. If you are to use this with this set, I think it's best to put it down first. I didn't here, I put it down second here and it worked perfectly. When it came to using this purple one in the Peacock, I started down here and I don't think it made the next line, and it stopped. I nearly killed the pen, which is quite crushing. It just didn't like sitting on top of this dry paint at all, absolutely not at all. Saying that, I did manage to get it to work around the corners of the beak there. So, a lovely pen, glad it's still in the pack, but if you're going to use it with everything that's in the art cart, it's best to put it down first. It is light fast, it is archival ink, which means it's never going to fade on you, and it is definitely waterproof. And that's what I love about these pens the most, because I do a lot of watercolour and doodling. These pens are never going to bleed on you, or what's the word? Can't think of the word, but when you have water around them. Never put a pen down onto wet paper though, because you do kill it immediately. But this was dry. It was like the next day that I started doing the pen work for it. So there was my first failure. Second failure being these two, which on their own are beautiful pens. Loved them. The Jelly Roll. They're a Sakura pen as well, just like the Pigma Micron. You've got two in your cart. One will be called the Stardust, and it just has a little star. The other one will actually say metallic. Great pens. The Stardust one is more so for very crafty, just to handwrite with, and it just provides the most stunning shimmer that you can imagine. Very hard to see on this artwork. Can't see it at all actually. Or you can just, it's sort of like sparkling just here when I move it around. So great pens. Again, I don't know if you can see the little dots. You can see the dots there. They're not sparkling. It worked well when I was doing dots. Had no problem with that. But when I wanted to go around certain areas, it gave up on me as well. So again, I don't think that the pens really like this paint. And then the metallic one, pretty much the same thing. I've used it around the black, and you can see that there's that sort of like shimmer happening there. Again, by itself, these pens are fantastic. I love them, but they just didn't really want to work with this. So I don't blame anyone if you don't use the pens with the paint. I'm the one who had to figure that one out. Yet, as I showed you in my example, they all work perfectly. Look how much shimmer you're getting on that pen. And these are the pens that I used in this set. Apart from the sepia, I changed to a purple. So, there we go. There's the art cart. Definitely not a fail by any means. Just, I don't know how well the pens are going to sit on top of these paints. By all means, again, would love to see your artworks on the social media pages, the Facebook page, the Instagram page. Make sure you watch the demonstration of the Peacock, because you will see this paint being used every possible way apart from airbrushing. And even like the little crisscrosses that I've put in there have been done just with the paint and the watercolour brush. And would love to see your work. And if you want more information on the art carts, which is a monthly subscription here in Australia, it doesn't matter where you are because we'll send it anywhere, just have a look at the Mrs. Red's Art Room website, which details follow as soon as I stop blabbing on as well. As you know, I love to chat. Okay, so I'm going to let you go and explore, have some fun, show me your results as well. Love to get the feedback from you guys, and enjoy your first month of the brand new year. Bye.